It is the season of love. I hope you all have someone to spend Valentine's with. Hope you all get some Mushu, but if you don't, at least you can buy yourself a pair of Jordans that is on theme for this year's Valentine's Day. Air Jordan 4 Valentines. And the shoe is dropping on February 7th for $220. I don't know if it's gonna be the final price of the shoe. We can never seem to guess the retail price of Jordans nowadays. Like last year, they upped some Jordans by $5, but I don't think it's like a hard and fast rule. So this is probably gonna be $220, $225, maybe even $230. So somewhere around that range. And of course, this is one of a few Jordan shoes and Nike shoes in time for Valentine's Day. So you also got the Jordan 1 mid as well as the low. Both of them are hot trash in my opinion. So this is probably gonna be the best one of the pack. And first impressions of the shoe, I think it's pretty nice. I'll talk more about the materials later, but just when you kind of take the shoe out of the box and you see it, you do feel like it's slightly elevated. The red isn't like super bright too. It's actually kind of deep red. Like deep red, so it's not like bright red. Not sure if the video can pick this up very 100% accurately, but kind of deep red here, so I do like that. And this is actually just a women's exclusive because apparently only women deserve love. But anyway, and the materials on the shoe, it is completely leather, and it does come in this slightly kind of off-white tinge. It is not like super pearly white, and the leather here does have that texture to it where you can see and feel it, and it feels pretty nice. It's also not like super thin, so that's good, but it is pretty soft, especially in this toe box area. So yeah, it does feel good to the touch. I do like this. Now in terms of the netting, that is actually slightly like sail here. So it's not just white netting on the tongue as well as the medial and lateral sides of the shoe. And the wing here, usually that's in like this TPU plastic material. Over here, it is just another leather piece. The eyelets itself in red, that just comes in the usual Jordan 4 setup. And then moving up the tongue, you will see pretty regular Jordan 4 tongue with the Jumpman Flight logo on top, as well as this kind of off-white sailish laces. No extra laces for this shoe, so this is basically what you're stuck with. And then behind the tongue, it's actually mismatched. On the left shoe, you'll see this 2 sets of lips, so obviously staying on theme for Valentine's Day, and that actually feels kind of like printed or like stamped on the tongue itself. So I do think probably with like enough wear that will probably start to like fall off. But then on the right shoe just comes in a usual upside down Air Jordan tag, and then moving around to the booty of the shoe, you'll just get this red or deep red Jumpman, not Nike Air. General rule, non-OG releases gets the Jumpman, OG and like special releases gets the Nike Air treatment. And the flexibility or like the stiffness of the tab here. So if I compared it to like the Bread Reimagined, which is pretty soft, pretty springy, there's just a little less give here. So just keep that in mind. I don't think it'll dig into your Achilles like some past Jordan 4s has come like super stiff in this area. This should be fine. And this shoe, of course, it does come with this hang tag in a heart shape with the Jumpman logo there. Usually, I will always take this off when I wear a shoe. I've never gone outside and wore a shoe with a hand tag on it. I just think it looks weird and kind of feels funny. I don't like it. But for the B-roll, just for your sake, to see what it looks like, I've kept it on. Now in terms of the cushioning of the Jordan 4, you just get a polyurethane midsole with a Nike Air unit on the forefoot, as well as the heel, the visible one of course, so you can see. And the midsole here on the top part, it's actually like got this metallic red sheen to it. So it's not like matte, it definitely does reflect a little bit. And this part where it extends up from the outsole, that is kind of sail, so definitely it's a darker, more yellowish tinge than the rest of the upper of the shoe. Again, would have preferred if this was just white, but they need to creamalize or sailize everything nowadays. And moving on to the outsole, you get that same type of sail color with the herringbone traction, Jumpman in the middle, just like the booty. General releases, non-OG general releases, usually gets the Jumpman special, and OG colorways gets the Nike treatment here. And it is actually custom graphic on the insoles here, so you see more lips on the insole, putting lips on where your feet goes is, hey, people are allowed to be into different things, but quality-wise, this is just a dream style insole, not a polyurethane insole, so they didn't come with the best quality insoles because you apparently don't deserve the most love from Jordan Brand. The box of the shoe, just a Jumpman flight box in the same type of deep red that you see on the shoe itself, and actually custom paper as well with lips all over. In addition to the hang tag that you get on the shoe, you also get this postcard, a Jumpman, and then more lips. And then on the other side, you get a from and a to, so you can fill this out. And at the bottom here, it says, with love, Jordan Team. Their love costs over $200, so you gotta pay for Jordan Brand's love. And in terms of sizing and comfort, I am a wide and flat footer for Jordan 4s nowadays. Generally just go true to size. Fits me pretty well width-wise, length-wise, but comfort-wise, it's never really been the best. Sometimes you'll get like an exception where the Jordan 4 doesn't feel as stiff or as boxy on foot. I'm glad to say this is probably one of them. It feels actually decently okay on the feet. Like the Jordan 4 Midnight Navies that came out a few years ago, that was like wearing tables on your feet. It just did not feel good. This wasn't as bad, but still, cushioning wise, for whatever reason, the Jordan 4 is just kind of clunky, not the most comfortable Jordan shoe, probably the least comfortable Jordan retro shoe from like 1 to 14. But this I think is okay, at least compared to some other Jordan 4s. Yeah, we could have had it worse. And that brings the total sole score of the Air Jordan 4 Valentine's Day to 29.5 out of 40. Pretty average score compared to other general releases. Now first, it is colorway. It's hard to mess up a Jordan 4. It's kind of like you have to try and be a lunatic to mess up such a delicious looking shoe. So this colorway, majority white or off-white with some deep red, it's nice. I wouldn't say it's anything legendary, but if someone gave this to me, I wouldn't be like, get that shit away from me. And in terms of the materials, actually pretty nice leather on here. It's decently thick, not super thin, but it's still pretty soft. And you do see that texture come through. I do like that personally. Yeah, it just feels good in hand. And in terms of the comfort, thankfully this doesn't come as boxy and stiff as some Jordan 4s has the potential to be. So that's one good thing. The one bad thing is, even though it's a pretty comfortable Jordan 4, it's still a Jordan 4. Just feels not too great on feet. I just wouldn't want to wear this shoe like all day, every day. And in terms of the versatility, the Jordan 4 is an insanely wearable shape. The silhouette crosses over into the mainstream. You can wear this anywhere, everywhere. Wearability of the colorway, super easy as well. Majority white-based sneaker, even though it's more like off-white. Still, just very versatile. The red, like I said, isn't like a bright in-your-face red. Compare it to the shirt that I'm wearing. This is like a Spider-Man red, and this, I don't know how you see it on camera, but it's kind of the same type of shade or similar or slightly darker. So I think overall, this is a very easy to wear shoe. For today's throwback of the day, it is a very simple and easy one. It is the Nike SB Dunk Low from 2014 that dropped actually on Valentine's Day. Comes with this kind of cracked leather on the base layer with suede overlays, and it does have like this pattern and that deep red with a semi-translucent outsole, fat laces of course, just like an SB Dunk, as well as a padded tongue. Not sure if we need this back, but pretty simple. Can't go wrong with something that easy to wear. If you have plans for Valentine's Day, congratulations. I hope you get super lucky, or you have the best romantic night of your life. If you don't, just know that someone out there still loves you. Regardless, I think Valentine's Day this year for Jordan or Nike, at least off the top of my head, has been pretty mediocre. Nothing too exciting. This is probably the best out of the pack. But if you love this colorway and you disagree with me, thinking that it's just nice, not great, I still love you. So that's it. Thanks for watching. So inclined. Let me know what you think of the Air Jordan 4 Valentine's Day. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes.